everybody. This is Justin Watson here at Just in Time. We are almost finished with the 13 steps of buying a home. So, depending on how this rolls, we're going to be concluding it. But at the end of this session, I want you guys to understand and know that we are diligently working to give you up to date information so that you will be ready when it's time. So let's talk about it. Okay, so let's talk about today's steps that we're going to be going over. We have went over all the way to step number 9. Getting a home inspection was the last episode that we did. The next 4 kind of run together. So if they run together, praise Jesus. If they don't, hallelujah. But today's episode, we're going to talk about get a home appraisal. Okay, which kind of coincides with the inspection. So the getting a home appraisal basically is whenever you are getting ready to close on your home. So if you have a lender, they're going to do it anyway. Let's talk about what all goes into this appraisal process, what it looks like, things of that nature. Again, this information is only for people who are not close by. If you are close by, you better give us a call because this is the stuff that we're having to do for you. That's why I said we work with you and for you, okay? So let's talk about the home appraisal. It is objective assessment of the property's value. So you when you go buy a house, just because they sell it for $200,000, that means it's worth $200,000. Just saying. What you want to do is to be able to get the biggest bang for your buck is what you want to do. Just saying. So if the house is $200,000 and it appraises for $190,000, that means you got $10,000 in equity. That's what that means. So that means that you will have PMI insurance unless you put a 20% down payment down, and that means you only have $10,000 in equity. That's what that means. Okay. So don't overbuy like they were doing whenever we was in this big old COVID recession. Whatever this thing was, people was paying like to 20 to 30,000 over, some 50 that I saw. Just saying, crazy not to buy a house. Okay, propose a home appraisal, determine the market value, lender requirements, negotiation, all that goes within the lender. Then the appraisal process. This is some of the steps, can't even talk, that you have to go through to get the appraisal. Some of this falls back on us. Some of this falls on the people that we have to subcontract out, okay? Let me move that out the way so you can see. So basically, inspection. We talked about that in the other episode. You got to get an inspection. Everybody that works with us, you better get an inspection and you better get an appraisal. The CMA, that's something that Titus would do for you, your CMA, to make sure that when you go to list your house or when you go to sell your house, you are doing what is going on in your neighborhood and the best for the market. Considering factors is the market trend, the locations, things of that nature, and then the report generates, okay? So then your key component of appraisal is the description, the market analysis, the condition assessment, and the final value estimates. So all that goes into an appraisal, the key components that people look at when they look at, appraisal. They want to know what's the property. What am I getting? What is it in my area? Based on what am I getting, is that good for my area? If I'm getting a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, and that's $300,000 for it, and the one down the street sell for $200,000, you $100,000 over. Just saying. So those type of things is what you should ask. What to expect? A duration of a appraisal lasts a few hours. They typically going to cost you $300 to $600, depending on the size and your location. Okay, so if you got your big old house, it's gonna take a little longer, gonna cost you a little more. Just saying, but it's necessary. Okay, prepare the property for the appraisal. Now, this is only if you're going to sell. Okay, prepare the property for the appraisal. But if you're buying, hey, if they didn't prepare, you get what they get for it. Just saying. Provide information like share upgrades, things of that nature. If you are on the market to sell. Understand the process. And that's something that, again, Titus will be able to help you understand the process. Hold your hand, be your friend, make sure you're getting and have what you need. Because without this appraisal, you can overbuy a house. And then you're going to be mad at us because you sold us a house or you let us buy a house. That went, not here. You won't. Not from us, not from I. So with that being said, don't think that the lender per se, unless you're a friend with them, is on your side. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Because sometimes they will make a house happen even though it's not. It's not. Just saying. Do not put yourself in a situation. If the house appraises below what you're asking for, or what but say for instance $300,000, and it comes back under like 290, 280, that means one of two things. Either A, you still pay the $300,000 for the house. That means you got to come out of your pocket for additional 10, 20,000, whichever is short, or ask the seller to reduce the price of the house. My suggestion is the latter of the two. Just saying. If you are that hard up to buy a house that you willing to just lose your mind to do it, don't do it. Just saying. If it's meant to be, it's going to happen. It's going to flow like Joe, okay? It's just going to let it do what it do, okay? No big deal. Don't stress yourself out, because this process is one of the easier ones, because this is when you're going to find out, hey, am I really about to get this house or not? Because the inspection is going to tell you, hey, this is what you need to do if you want this house, okay? Once they do everything, now let's say, is this house really worth what they're asking for? So when you're doing your negotiations and when you're doing your contract, that's why we protect you here at Just in Time. Because the appraisal, we have the right to back out of the contract based off of the inspection and the appraisal. We try to put that in all unless you don't want it. We recommend it, but unless you don't want it, we will not do it. Okay? So, that's simple, guys. See? Like I've told you from the jump, steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the longest, the hardest steps. And those are the steps that people do not want to do. They want to go to hey, I'm ready to go to step 7, but you haven't even done none of the other stuff, okay? I'm ready to buy a house. I'm ready to go look at houses. Did you do what's required to buy the house? Yeah, did you do what's required to buy this house? Did you calculate how much you can spend? Did you save for a down payment? Do you know what you Do you know what type of loan you want? VA? Do you want conventional? Do you want FHA? First-time home buyers? Have you gotten approved? Have you contacted a real estate agent? If you haven't, Or, matter of fact, how about this? Before you even think about step 7, give us a call here at Just in Time at 888-505-8963. Okay? Or you can check us out on our website at www.just-tymeservices.com, or you can go to any one of our lovely Facebook, social media. I'm learning, guys. I'm old compared to y'all. I'm learning. But all of our social media sites, you can see what we're doing, what we're going on just in time, in real time. So you're not missing out on anything. Okay, guys? And let me go ahead and talk about asking for step 11. So since we're going to run these together, step 10 and 11 kind of run together, because you're going to ask for your repairs or credits. So during this time of your home inspection, a home appraisal, and all that, that's during the times that you're going to ask for your repairs and your credits. So step 11 kind of merges with 9 and 10. So really 11 needs to be it should be 9.5, 10, So you need to know what repairs you really, really cannot deal with. I need that HVAC unit replaced. HVAC is the heat and air unit. I need that replaced before I buy this house. Oh, I need the roof done before I buy this house. I need the carpet replaced, or paint, or maybe you just give me an allowance, or they call it a credit. Give me a $5,000 credit so that I can paint the house, or put new carpet in, or new, something, so that you're not feeling like you've been taking. So like I said, step 11 runs together with steps 9 and 10. So when I come back to you, we're going to pick up on step 12. Step 12 is doing the final walkthrough. So that's after you've done all this stuff. Steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 is the final walkthrough. And that typically happens before you go to the closing. And that's usually the day of or a couple of days before. And like I have said before in one of my stories, we don't get happy until the keys are in your hand. Okay? Because I know for a fact it can happen. You can get to that final walkthrough and the contract falls through. And you are looking like, okay? Just saying. Okay. So just remember, guys, until you have the keys in your hands, don't get too excited. Be excited, be true, be authentic, be upfront. Just don't settle so that you don't put yourself in a situation where you will yourself. You said punch yourself. All right, guys. I hope you guys are learning. I hope you guys have, some guidelines or something to get you started on purchasing a house, because this time is going to come again. I'm just saying this. We're going through what they call the economy is shifting and moving things around to balance it back out. Okay, so you're going to have to be in position to buy a house, because if you're not in position in this next season, you ain't gonna be able to, because it looks different. It's not the same anymore. It's not the same. Things are different, and you got to move with the times, because if you don't move with the times, you're going to miss out. That's all I'm saying. You're going to really miss out, and you don't want to do that. Okay? All right, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And don't forget, like I said, go to click, like, and share. Click, clack. I try to come up with a saying, click, like, and share. Okay, and subscribe. And as what's his name, Hunter? He told me, he said there is a bell that you can click. So anytime we upload or anything, you will see what's going on. We're, like I said, doing this series, 13-step series. We're going to be getting some more content and things of that nature. But we got people just trying to buy a house, and so I'm doing these things so that I can send people here, so that I don't have to keep repeating myself 9,469 times, okay? And we'll update this as time, as things go on, if any changes, I will make sure that you know the changes. All right, remember, guys, I need you, and you need me. Together, we edify. Just in time, where we strive to provide an experience. We'll see you soon.